Hi, Namaste to हम तुम discussion. Today our topic of discussion is Developmental Motor Coordination Disorder, coded as 6A04 by the ICD-11. Now we will see some of the essential features required for the diagnosis of developmental motor coordination disorders, and these are significant delay in the acquisition of gross motor skills. It refers to the abilities that require large muscle groups and whole body movement. For instance, walking, bending, dancing, yoga, swimming, jumping, running, and many more. And significant delay in the acquisition of fine motor skills. It involves precise movement of small muscle groups. For example, pinching, typing, writing, grasping. We are using these small muscle groups in hands and fingers. Then next is impairment in the execution of coordinated motor skill manifested as clumsiness, slowness, or inaccuracy of motor performance. Coordinated motor skills are markedly below those expected on the basis of age, and onset occur during the developmental period, typically from early childhood. Difficulties with coordinated motor skills are not better accounted by a disease of the nervous system, disease of the musculoskeletal system, disease of connective tissues, sensory impairment, or disorder of intellectual development. The coordinated motor skills difficulties cause significant limitation in activities of daily living, school work, vocations and leisure activities, or other important areas of functioning. The additional clinical features required for the diagnosis are young children with developmental motor coordination disorder may be delayed in achieving motor milestones. For instance, sitting, crawling, walking. Next is delay or pose difficulties in the acquisition of skills such as negotiating stairs, paddling, buttoning shirts, completing puzzles, tying shoes, and using zippers. Children may also show the following activities like dropping things, stumble, bump into obstacles, or fall more frequently than the peer group. Manifestation typically persist into the adult life are slow or inaccurate in a variety of activities that require fine or gross motor skills such as team sports, especially ball sports, bicycling, or drawing. The diagnosis of developmental motor coordination disorder is usually not made before the age of 5 years due to the variability in the motor development and skill acquisition throughout the early childhood. And performance of motor skills should ideally be assessed using appropriately normed, individually administered, and culturally appropriate standardized tests of gross and fine motor skills. And evaluation should include the impact of symptoms at home, at school, or in workplace in case of adult. The key features for assessment are persistence of motor skill impairment over time. Though there may be improvement in the symptom over time, with some children experiencing a complete remission of symptoms, the course is typically chronic. And next is severity of impairment, and last is pervasiveness of the impact on the functioning. So all these three are the key features for assessment. A developmental motor coordination disorder often co-occur with the ADHD, and about 50% of the cases, developmental speech and language disorder, developmental learning disorder, most often with impairment in reading and writing expression, and autism spectrum disorder also. The developmental motor coordination disorder most frequently affects boys with a ratio of boy to girl of between 2:1 and 7:1. Now we will see the developmental presentation of this disease. The prevalence of developmental motor coordination disorder is approximately 5 to 6% of children aged 5 to 11 years, although up to 10% of the children may have less severe difficulties with motor skills that still affect academic and social functioning. The manifestation of developmental motor coordination disorder symptoms vary with developmental stage. For example, in preschool, delay in meeting one or more motor milestone. For example, sitting, crawling, walking, or in developing specific skills. For example, climbing stairs, buttoning clothes, tying shoes. In middle childhood, difficulties in motor coordination may be evident in activities such as handwriting, playing with balls, or building puzzles or models. In adolescence and adulthood, difficulties in motor coordination may be manifested in attempts to master new skills such as driving, using tools, or note making. Thank you. If you have any doubt, please comment below and subscribe the channel.